Republican Matt Gaetz is actually terrified of what could come out of this January 6th Select Committee. In fact, he told Newsmax just yesterday that he thinks the Democrats' goal is to draft criminal referrals against Republican members of the House. That is the purpose of this committee, Matt Gaetz said. Here's his exact quote. I think the entire purpose of the January 6th committee is to create a series of criminal referrals to the Biden Justice Department. And I think House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy is the lead target, unfortunately. I really do believe that the end goal of the January 6th committee is to create a series of criminal referrals. And remember, during the Russia hoax, a lot of the criminal process occurred not as a result of any underlying federal criminal law, but instead as a result of these process crimes. Kevin McCarthy better hope he never deleted an email or forwarded something to where it wasn't saved. Otherwise, there's going to be an effort to use process crimes to try to jam up Republican leadership. Whew. It's a lot of big words for somebody so dumb, right? Anyway, what Matt Gaetz is trying to do here is he's trying to create these scare tactics, trying to put these talking points out there into the ether and say, oh, you can't trust any criminal referral because trust me, it's only going to be on process. He's already trying to downplay the fact that, hey, there may be some Republicans who get charged here. But it's not going to be Kevin McCarthy, and it's not going to be on process crimes. After all, Matt, one thing you're forgetting, and you should know this as a lawyer, I'm not a lawyer, and I know this, is that if there was no order for them to preserve any of these documents that you're talking about, emails, whatever it is, if there was no order to preserve them, they had no legal reason to preserve them. They could have deleted it. They could have deleted everything because there was not an ongoing criminal investigation preventing them from doing that. So that's not illegal. If the committee starts its work and an investigation is launched and then an order is given to preserve all documentation and then it's deleted, then yeah, suddenly you got yourself a crime. Why would they want to delete anything though? What do you know, Matt? See, that's what I want to know. What do you know, Matt? If you're so concerned about criminal referrals for procedural crimes, what have you deleted? Have you deleted something? You're kind of making it sound, to me at least, like maybe either you did or people who've been deleting some stuff. For example, Lauren Boebert, who was live tweeting Nancy Pelosi's location during the insurrection. Totally normal thing to do when people are coming in there to cause mayhem and violence, to be like, hey, Speaker Pelosi's over here now. Yeah. See, that's the kind of thing that may warrant a criminal referral to me. And I hope eventually that it does. If Republicans get charged from this January 6th committee, it's because they deserve it. Hell, if a Democrat gets charged in the January 6th committee, I'm not going to put up a fight on that either. I don't care who gets charged as long as the charges are real and it's a result of the investigation. I'm not playing partisan politics on this like people like Matt Gaetz are. I'm not trying to undermine the work of this committee. I'm like millions of Americans just sitting here wanting actual answers and an honest investigation into what happened. That's what we need. The failures, the tweets of people like Boebert, the motivation of these people, what happened at that Stop the Steal rally, what exactly was said. The public needs to hear these things because most people weren't paying attention to the rally beforehand. They were paying attention to the insurrection after. Those are the things that need to come to light. And if it results in criminal processing or criminal referrals, whatever the hell you want to call them, then it's probably because those individuals deserved to be criminally charged. Don't listen to the idiotic talking points of Matt Gaetz. First and foremost, they're not even legally real. Second, this is a guy who is terrified that some of his good buddies might be going down.